fucking guts full of this fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Newport County 0, Rochdale, bottom of the league at the start of the day, 1. I genuinely don't know what to fucking think anymore. Genuinely don't know what to think. I genuinely think the board of directors, James Rowbury, I think they're all here to sabotage the football club. I think it's an inside job. It's got to be a fucking inside job. That's it, that selection, that tactics, fucking as much use as a fucking damp fucking flannel. Absolute fucking dreadful. From start to finish. Start to finish, it was fucking shit. It was slow. It was still fucking just no words. Absolutely no fucking words about that. We saw it in the vlog, the end of the vlog when I got Christian's thoughts. He couldn't say anything. He couldn't say anything. He will be in the stream later on, but I fucking had a fucking gutsful of this incompetent, fucking embarrassing manager. I'm done. I'm fully fucking done. I gave him a chance after Leyton Orient. I gave him a chance. I said, right, you've beat Leyton Orient. Go and beat Swindon. Go and beat Rochdale, who are fucking bottom. Fucking bottom of the fucking league. I said, go and beat them. And you fucking can't. You still can't fucking beat bottom of the league at home. At fucking home. I've seen these players, these exact same players, go away to Leyton Orient. Play shit football at Leyton Orient, but fucking won. Because they showed heart, they showed desire, and they showed belief that they can go and beat Leyton Orient. And they did. They beat Leyton Orient in an unbelievable result. Yes, the football was shit. It was shit. But we won. I don't care if we play shit football and win football matches. I really don't care. If we play shit football and win football matches, I would fucking love it. Swansea, for example, big up to Reese in the chat. Steve Cooper played boring football, got Swansea to two playoff campaigns. Why can't we have a manager who will set his team up? Maybe it might be defensive. It might be fucking boring, but at least we can fucking win matches. This is what pisses me off. This is what fucking pisses me off to the bare fucking bones. We don't put passion in. We don't put desire in. We just fucking walk about the pitch. I couldn't get this on my vlog because I couldn't. I found it hard to do it on the vlog. But I'm doing it now. I fucking want this manager gone. And to be honest, if people come here, the fucking happy clappers, I call them, win, lose or draw, we back the team. Yay. Yay. I was there in 1970. Fuck off. Honestly, fuck off. I don't care if you was there 20 years ago, 10 days ago. I don't care where you was 20 years ago if you were still supporting us through thick and thin. I was there on a Tuesday night when it was pissing down with rain. What do you want? A fucking medal? Do you want a fucking medal? Saying, oh yeah, I was there 20 years ago when it was shit. I'm here and it's shit. We're both in the same fucking position. I genuinely don't know what to say. I tell you what, a few people have mentioned his post-match interview. Fucking stay in this chat for his post-match interview. Because that's going to be fucking funny to listen to what he says. I am going to go through a few comments. Obviously, if there's fucking dickheads in you being absolute fucking assholes, I'm not going to read your comment. Fucking idiots. Just laughing. Rowbury still insists he's the right man for the job. Well, of course he is. Of course he is. He's got to look after his daughters, remember? Fucking idiot. Rowbury post-match is embarrassing. Great. Fucking great. He has to go, and surely, unfortunately, I worry for you if you keep him. Even to make feel for you. Jensen, fucking comment of the weekend. I never thought this, mate. I never thought of this. Absolutely. You have literally just blown my mind with your comment there. We need a new manager. I'm so glad for your insightfulness. I would have never have known that we needed a new manager until then. Absolutely, thank you, mate. Thank you. I feel better about myself now that we need a new manager. Thank you. I said Leyton Orient was a fluke when you did, Anonymous, and you're right. The board won't sack Bradbury because what Bristol Rovers done last season. Oh my fucking God. That pissed me off when he said, look what Bristol Rovers done. They were 17th. They stuck with Joey Barton. Yeah, because Joey Barton is a fucking ruthless manager. He will fucking kick shit into his players if he needs to get a fucking reaction from them. Bradbury will still compare you to Bristol Rovers. Exactly. Absolutely. I say we keep him, lad, not going to lie. I know you're taking the piss. I know you're taking the piss. Mate, you say it's easy for people to say from the outside relegation is not a what's the word? Not a possibility. If you watch the way we play, Rochdale were bottom and they outplayed us. Bottom of the league, outplayed us at Rodney Parade. I don't see us staying up if we carry on like this. I really don't. I don't care. I just don't think we're going to stay up. I think we're going to go down. Cena reported say at the end of the game was toxic towards Bradbury. Yes, it was booed. A lot of people were, as he was walking down the tunnel clapping, a lot of them were fucking just fucking booing him. I hate MGH says I support Wrexham. You support like fucking 50 teams, mate, don't you? So at least one of your teams are going to win. Yes, everyone booed him. Am I okay to boo him? No, Niall, do what you want, mate. I couldn't give a fucking shit what you do, to be honest. If you want to boo him, you boo him. You haven't even seen a Newport game. You don't even know what's going on. Do what you want, man. Do what you want. I generally don't care. You know, if you want to boo him, I mean, you're a Newport fan all of a sudden now, are you? But I don't know. I generally don't know. In terms of the game, I thought first half was... first half we played okay. I think first half... second half was the half we played okay. See, this is what I mean. I don't even know which half we played well anymore because the whole thing just blurs into one these days. But first 5 minutes, everyone calling for Joe Day. I'm calling for Joe Day. I'm not going to say I didn't want Joe Day to start ahead of Nick Townsend, but first 5 minutes of the game, Joe Day fucking comes out for the ball, misses it, goes over his head, 1-0. As easy as that. 5 minutes in. During the rest of that first half, Rochdale offered pretty much barely anything. They offered barely anything in that first half. And that's what was more annoying. We had chances. We get into the final third and we just mess it up. Omar Bogle had a chance. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper goes down low. And what does Omar Bogle do? Put it low. I'm like, fucking hell. Are you that fucking thick as a striker to not chip it over him or to blast it past him? To fucking put it under him when he's diving down on the floor? I mean, fucking hell. Seriously. The fucking shit of it. Absolute fucking shit of it. Stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. Then it went into halftime. A few people said we could, we could do something in the second half. Maybe a kick up the ass. What we needed. Something to happen in the second half which give us a chance. But no. Came at second half, the exact same team. Lethargic, slow. No sort of rhythm in the play. It was just... It was just weird, really weird. If you're on about Dom Telford, he left. It was his end of his contract and he left. And by the way, well done to Dom Telford, by the way. Great decision moving to Crawley. They're bottom of the league. Well done. Can we just give an appreciation to Dom Telford for moving to bottom of the league, Crawley? Well done, mate. Great move. Great move. Unbelievable move that is from Newport to Crawley. Yes, we're shit, but they're bottom of the league. Yeah, second half. Leading. I fucking wish we were leading. 1-0 down, second half, right? passing the ball around the back to the goalkeeper, back to the centre-backs, back to the goalkeeper. And there is literally probably 80% of the Newport fans in the ground were booing the players for not going forward. They were literally like, go forward, go forward. And it was literally Mickey Demetrio, back to James Clark, back to Demetrio, back to Joe Day, up the pitch. Awful. Absolute awful. No, I'm not going to fucking give it time, Jeff. I'm sorry, I've given him time. I am genuinely, I'm not taking a dig at you, Jeff. I'm not giving it any more time. I'm done. I'm absolutely done completely. There's no way back for him. Absolutely no way back whatsoever. I am completely and utterly finished. Finito. Done. Finale. Finished. No way back for him for me. And all it says, I went to the Swindon game. That was shit. I didn't go to Rochdale today because I knew what the performance was going to be like. I hate not going to Newport games. I hate not going to a Newport game, but this is dross. Do you know what? Like, I never thought I would fall out of love with Newport County. I'm not going to fall out of love with them before people say, oh, look at him. You know, he's not supporting them through thick and thin. You know, the fucking people in the 70s who were freezing cold on the terrace. Good for you, by the way. Good for you. I'm so glad that worked out for you. So really am. So glad you went there. But I wanted to give him a chance. I wanted to give him a chance. He's a Newport boy. I wanted to give him the chance to prove himself. But also, I want to go to Rodney Parade for a home game. I want to go on the road for an away game with optimism. I want to go there with belief, thinking, right, come on, lads. Let's go there. Let's really go there and impose ourselves. But no, we're too defensive. We're too pragmatic. And we just don't go forward. Like, I can't go to Newport games anymore and enjoy the football. That's what it's come to. And I'm not saying I won't go to games. I'll consistently keep going to the games. Yes, it'll be hard. Yes, it'll be depressing. But I'm not going to give up on the team. I'm not going to give up on the team. Sean Dyche, yeah, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? I don't think that if this carries on, we will have the attendances the way they are. There was boos at half-time, boos during the game, boos at full-time. I think if this consistently carries on, we could be in serious trouble of losing fans. And losing fans lose revenue. Losing revenue loses players, coaches, staff, stuff like that. And we might not even be able to pay fucking rent for the ground. We might not even be able to pay for the fucking ground of the rent for the ground by this fucking rate. This is how fucking bad this is. We might be fucking homeless as a fucking football club. This is where this could go. I don't want to get into the politics of it because we could be here all fucking night. But shit performances, lack of crowd, lack of revenue, lack of facilities, lack of a football ground, lack of money. I genuinely think this could go really, really bad and really sour very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. We'll bring same person in management who used to play for us because we got to have the Newport connection bullshit. Yeah, James, I agree with you, mate. I said to Mark, who is at a lot of the games for me, if he's watching this, big up to yourself, mate. But I said to him that if we are to sack James Rybury, which we need to do, by the way, I'm not going to play devil's advocate anymore. Like, there's no devil's advocate for me at all anymore. I'm finished. Absolute finished. I want him out, and I want him out for good. But for one, I don't know if Newport fans echo my thoughts here, but if we are to get rid of Rybury, I want us to get rid of them all. Get rid of Carl Serran. Get rid of Mark O'Brien. Get rid of the whole lot and rebuild again. Because we have done this since Michael Flynn. Since Michael Flynn came in, we have got this obsession with the Newport connection with everyone who's played for Newport or, you know, has an affiliation with Newport, a Newport lad. Just get rid of that. Completely get rid of that. Let's bring in a competent manager. Let's bring in his coaches, his staff, his physio, his doctor, his data analysis man, everything. Absolute everything. Edward says, we do too much of this long ball bullshit. Bogle has been on terrible form and Redbury won't take him off. No, he won't, because he has his favourites, and this pisses me off. Again, I echo your thoughts, Jeff. It's disgusting that we don't have our own ground. Like, it's... Oh, man, I feel sick. I actually feel sick. No, I'm not saying fucking suey, man. Not saying that. This is a fucking serious talk. I'm not fucking saying whatever you want me to fucking say. This is a post-match show. I'm not fucking 5. Say that, say this, say that. Was it a fucking job interview? Fucking hell, man. I'm talking about a serious fucking topic here. Fucking idiots, man. Yeah, today we should have kept Evans on and took Bogle off. Neves played good. I'm glad he got subbed on. Oh, Thierry Neves looks excellent. Thierry Neves looks absolutely superb. I wouldn't be surprised if West Ham recall him in January and send him to like a championship team. Even Swansea, for example. You know, Reece is in the chat. I think Thierry Neves is definitely better than League 2 standard. He's definitely Championship League 1. Really is. And he showed today when he came on what impact he can make and you know, how quick he was to react to everything was absolutely superb. And he deserves better than this. He deserves absolutely better than this. Right, let me run through the stats. I said I want David Artell. I want David Artell as the next manager, desperately. Right, let's have a look at the stats. I don't want to depress you even more, Newport fans, but I've got to do this for the post-match reaction. But, you know, if you have a fear with disgusting, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh, bloody hell. You ready for this? 64% possession for us. 36 for them. 21. This is fucking comical, lads. Wait till you hear this for a fucking stat. Wait till you hear this for a fucking stat, right? 21 shots. Guess how many on target? I'll let you guess in the chat. 21 shots. They had 7 shots, but out of their 7 shots, 3 of theirs was on target. We'll have a guessing game. 21 shots we had. We can have a guess of how many were on target. I bet. This is outrageous football. I can't believe we're doing this. This is brilliant. Yeah, 3. Oh my god. Can we just give an appreciation? How we managed to get 3 shots on target, I fucking don't know. Let's give an appreciation for that. There we go. That's gonna keep James Rowbury in a job. We had 3 out of 21 shots on target. Beautiful, absolutely outrageous. I'm shocked by that. I actually am shocked by that. Brilliant. 13 corners to 2. What did we create from those corners? Nothing. 393 passes, 71% accurate. Not bad. 229 for them, 47% accurate. 25% accurate crosses compared to their. To be fair, they had 17. That is 7, to be fair. Possession lost, 194 for us, 169 for them. Hey, 69. Tackles, 11, 14. Clearances, 10 for us, 30 for them. Oh, right. Now comes on to, fucking hell. I don't want to do this. Oh, I really don't want to do this. It's player ratings, chat. It's player ratings. Oh, I don't want to do the player ratings. No, I'll put the link in at the end, Christian. I'll put the link in at the end, mate. So, because I can't text them because I'm using my phone to watch the stream. Yes, lads. Yes, lads. We're back. Go back, lad. Yes, lads. Yes, lads. That's what I'll do next time. Right, player ratings chat. Oh, bollocks. This ain't going to fucking land. Do you know what? I might just give them all a 4. Oh, shit, Anonymous. We are fucked, mate. We are absolutely fucked. Right, anyway, player ratings time. Let me make sure you can see it. Right, Right, let me just quickly... I'll put this at the bottom so you can still see the player ratings. Right. Right, there we are. Here comes the player ratings. Oh, God. Right. We'll start in order of, obviously, on the pitch. Oh, shit. Just realised something. Oh, hang on a minute. I've fucking fucked this up, haven't I? Oh, look. This is James Rowberry sabotaging my stream. Wait, hang on. So, Jode started. Oh, Declan Drysdale didn't play. Priestley Farcarsson didn't play. Right, so Jode, Cameron Norman, James Clark, Mickey Demetrio, Lewis, Wilmot, Mariah Welsh, Wildig, Lewis, Evans and Bogle, and then the subs Collins, Zimber, Nevers, and James Waite and James Rowberry. There we go. Look, it's James Rowberry's like, don't bloody rate my players. Don't rate the players. Don't rate the players. We can't. We can't. Absolutely can't. Right. First, Jode. 4 out of 10. Goal, absolutely embarrassing. Don't know how you're conceding that. Apart from that, I didn't do much bad, but that's lost us the game. That has lost us the game, and at the end, and quite frankly, if you make an error that leads to them scoring, I got to put you down. I've done it for Nick Townsend at Swindon. I'm not going to be biased because I preferred Jode, so I'm going to have to give him a 4 out of 10 as well. Dreadful. Moving on to Cameron Norman. Cameron Norman, I'll put a 4. I think Cameron Norman tried. I think Norman was getting stuck into challenges, was putting his body on the line. You know, he made a couple of really important tackles to, you know, stop them from hitting on the break, and made a couple of good blocks, which prevented them from playing that long ball down the line, which I thought he played quite well in that right centre-back role. Going forward, he looked promising as well. He had a shot which was wide of the goal, but at least he was, you know, putting the effort in. So I'd say a 4 out of 10 for Cameron Norman. James Clark, again, 3 out of 10. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful yet again. Lack of pace is killing him. The ball comes over the top in the second half as well. He gets away with it because I think the ball ricochets off to Jode, but the ball goes in the air. James Clark looks at it, doesn't realise where it's going to bounce. He could have, you know, been caught off there, and they could have scored. So, and it wasn't just that; it was slow to react to everything, and it was just absolutely abysmal in the end from James Clark. And I hate doing this because they're my, you know, they're players for my squad, but I'm gonna have to. Mickey Demetrio, I'm gonna give him a 5. Unbelievable how Mickey Demetrio constantly puts performance after performance, constantly is one of our better players. He will never, ever have a bad game in my eyes. I just don't think he's capable of it. Again, today, commanding that back 5, pushing the back 5 forward, because a lot of them were falling asleep at the back. And I think that's why Mickey Demetrio will probably always be 5, 6, or maybe even more. You know, in a defeat, in a shit performance, Mickey Demetrio will be there with a 5 or a 6. In a unbelievable performance, he'll be there with 8 or 9s. He's just a solid player. You can see why he's the captain. He's one of our better players, one of our best players, and I know he's a centre-back, but he is. He's just better than pretty much everyone else in his position as well. So I'd give Mickey a 5. I'm going to put both Lewis's as a 3. Now, this is harsh. I do think it's a bit harsh, but I thought they both had the exact same game. I think Aaron tried a bit more, and I think Aaron was a bit more capable defensively than Adam. Adam Lewis got taken off at halftime. That tells the whole thing, doesn't it? Adam Lewis got taken off at halftime for Lewis Collins. And that basically said to me that, just give up sort of thing. A lot of players just gave up. So I'd give them both a 3 out of 10. I really would. Robbie Wilmot, I'm going to give a 4. Robbie Wilmot, I called for him at Swindon for him to start. He did start and he played well at Swindon. Getting the ball, pushing forward, allowing players to overlap him. Hell of a free kick as well, whipping those balls in from dead ball situations. And I like the way Robbie Wilmot played around the pitch. I think he offered quite a lot going forward, and defensively he does look decent, even though he's not a defensive-minded midfielder. To be fair, I did think he put in a shift today, Robbie Wilmot. And to be honest, we're going to have to give man of the match contenders for players who put effort in, aren't we? Which is ridiculous. Nathan Mariah-Welsh, again, we're going to put a 4. I don't know why Nathan Mariah-Welsh got taken off. I really don't. Yes, he lost the ball a few times, but when he lost the ball, he was chasing back. He was winning the ball back. You could see the flair. And also, I think a major thing is when you lose the ball in the final third as a midfielder, it means you're trying something different. It means you're pushing forward as a midfielder, trying to make the risky passes. Like, you could easily play a centre-mid role and just play the simple pass like Scott Bennett. Plays the ball from midfield to another midfielder or to a wing-back, just the easy pass. But Nathan Mariah-Welsh was trying the hard pass, was trying the defence-splitting passes, and that just fell apart. That just fell apart because players around him couldn't be bothered, and then he got taken off, which, again, is a criminal decision. Absolutely criminal. Didn't think he should deserve to be taken off. Aaron Wildig, 2 out of 10. Crap. Absolutely woeful. One or two decent passes, but he's not the midfielder we need. Not the midfielder we need at all. He doesn't defend well, doesn't go forward well, has an awful shot on him outside of the box, or just inside the box in the second half. Should be getting it at least on target and just absolutely balloons it over the bar. Dreadful, absolutely embarrassment from him today. I got told after Swindon that Aaron Wildig is one of our best midfielders. Fucking wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the fucking coffee. He is wank. Absolute fucking wank. Will Evans. No, I'm going to go 4. I'm going to go 4 for Will Evans because I want to give him a 5, but there's just so many things that he just doesn't do in the game. He drifts in and out of a game at times. Sometimes he can go missing in a game, but today I thought he stayed to the level of pretty much everyone else, and I think the level of everyone else brought Will Evans down in his performance today. Few chasing balls, which he's chasing in behind. Defensive, he does track back. He does allow the other players in the team to defend and attack with him. I will be putting the link in the chat. Absolutely. Let's read a few more comments first. Nevers, higher than 4 rating. You'll see what I've give Thierry Nevers in a minute. Put the link in the chat. I will put the link in the chat, 10 out of 10 for them all. It's a joke, don't overreact. I at this point, I don't care if it's a joke. Really don't. Nevers, a 6 rating. You'll see what I've put for Nevers. Just watch some of the post-match interview and looks like the club won't get rid of Redbury anytime soon. Moving on to the next player then. The next player is Omar Bogle. Again, 3 for me. Again, in and out of the game. Didn't stick for Omar today. Couple of, nice little turns, couple of nice little touches between him and Will Evans, which nearly gave us opportunities in the game, but ultimately it was few and far between the chances that Omar Bogle got. Is that down to the players around him? Is that down to Omar himself? I'm not too sure. Maybe a bit of both, but I think ultimately, let me just quickly say something a second. Ultimately, that's down to the players around him. 2 seconds, guys. Right, let me just put that in there. Right, let's do that. I just needed to tell a few people that the link is going to be in the chat, because I know they want to come on. Right. What is that fucking doing? Right, there we go. Moving on to the next player, Lewis Collins, free. Let me just do this for the subs. I'm going to give all of Lewis Collins, Chan Kazimba, James Waite a free. I don't think any of them really impacted the game off the bench. They had James Waite try to get stuck in, but the same frailties in James Waite's game appeared again. Just not physical enough, losing 50-50s when realistically he's never going to win them. And you do feel sorry for James Waite being thrown into that constantly when realistically he's not good enough in my eyes. And that's down to the manager, not down to James Waite himself. But when you're on the pitch, you've got to perform. He just didn't. Lewis Collins, again, I don't know why there's some people in this fan base that want Lewis Collins to start. Absolutely dreadful again when he came on. Missed a chance, or a sitter against Swindon on Tuesday night. Came on again today at halftime. Didn't offer absolutely nothing. And Chan Kazimba, again, didn't really offer anything. I don't know. I don't know. So for me, I think that you've got to look at that and say that all of them deserve a free. Now, this is where I'm going to spice it up. Thierry Nevers, 6 out of 10. Man of the match. I don't care that he came on whatever minute he came on. Did he come on at half-time? I think Thierry came on at half-time, didn't he? But 6 out of 10 for Thierry Nevers. Man of the match. Came on in the second half, or at half-time, and was our best player. Was driving at Rochdale. Every time he received the ball to feet, he was spinning the Rochdale players, releasing the ball further up the pitch, chasing everything. And I really thought that impact just completely and utterly changed the way we played. A lot of people around me were saying, wow, Thierry Nevers has completely and utterly changed this game. And he did. I think if he would have started the game, we may have won that. If we give him an extra 45 to bed in and to really gauge the sort of feel of the game, we may have saw a different result. We may not have. I'm not saying that Thierry Nevers would have won us the game or would have got us something from the game, but his explosive speed and his, ability to turn players, for me, would have changed the game. But it's you don't know. You don't know. He could have started and we could have still lost 1-0. You just don't know. James Rowbury, right? Team selection, I was happy with. I think everyone was happy with it. He brought in Joe Day, which was needed. He made 2 subs at halftime, which normally we don't see with James Rowbury. So he was quick to make the subs. I don't want to sound like a dickhead. I really don't want to sound like a dickhead, but I don't think the result was on James Rowbury. I know that's going to get a lot of people thinking, what? But I just don't think a lot of it was down to him. He brought on Nevers at halftime, impacted the game. Took Adam Lewis on at halftime, was irrelevant in the game. So in terms of his substitutions, a lot of his substitutions were actually decent subs. They affected the game. So I am going to shock people. I'm not going to give him a 1 or 2 out of 10. I'm going to give him a 3. I don't think that it was unbelievably pathetic from Redbury. Subs changed the game. Starting 11, Joe Day over Nick Townsend, what we were all calling for. Yes, his in-game management and tactics were poor a bit, but I don't think that was purely down to him. I just think the players have down-tooled. I think the players are not playing for him anymore, and I think that's what it is. So I generally don't think that loss was purely down to him. Just to run through the ratings then, in case you guys just missed it. Aaron Wildig, 2 out of 10. Moving on to the 3s out of 10. We've gone with James Clark, both Lewis's, Bogle, Collins, Zimba, Waite, and James Redbury. 4s out of 10, Joe Day, Cameron Norman, Robbie Wilmot, Nathan Mariah-Welsh, and Will Evans. Mickey Demetrio, 5 out of 10. And Thierry Nevers, man of the match, 6 out of 10. Those are my player ratings for the game. Maybe that's a bit, I don't know. Maybe I was a bit kind on James Redbury there, but I just generally don't think that was all James Redbury. Right, this is the moment then, chat. The post-match interview. God, this is. I'm sorry, but this is going to be fucking heartache. This is going to be fucking heartache trying to watch this and trying to listen to this. Right, so let's get his post-match interview. Let me just wait because there's an advert playing. We don't want to give Newport County money for ad revenue at the moment. Although it probably helped get James Redbury out, to be fair. Right, let me just... Right, so... if I go present, we can obviously put the press conference on. Right. I don't know if you're ready for this, chat. I actually don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know if you're ready, but here we go.
All right. James, how disappointing was that?
Bitterly. It's difficult when you lose to a team that are bottom of the league at home, and it's and we need to improve that. We realise there's work to do.
Straight away, realise there's work to do. You've been saying this for the past 3 months, mate, that there's work to do. There's work to do. There's work to do. There's work to do. When are we going to see it then? When are we going to see it?
You said start on the front foot. You did, but then conceded really early.
Yeah, it's a really poor goal to concede. Obviously disappointed. Disappointed in that with how we conceded it and the goal that goes in. In the second half, we showed a lot of spirit, if you like, to go forward and create chances and
create chances. Look, hang on. He just said create chances. Can I remind you, James? 3 shots on target all game, mate. Yeah, really created chances. 3 on target.
Ultimately, we've lost the game. We know that, and we need to do better with it.
You didn't sort of perish worrying. You made the changes at halftime. They did have an effect, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, but they did, to be fair to Lewis and Thierry, when they came on. They stretched the game, changed in shape that we did to 4-4-2. Gave us that width that created a few good passages of play and chances, but a lot of balls went into that box. We knew that. It's just getting that consistency between both halves. So you look at, you take the Leyton Orient game, which was a positive result all round. First half of Swindon, where we were good. Second half, not so good. First half today, not great. And then second half, we were better today.
Thank you. He's come out and said it. He has come out and said it. That first half, we were basically shit. Second half, we were much better than the first half, at least.
But we understand that probably our major thing to do is get greater consistency now in performances.
They defended with their lives, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, similar to us, Leyton Orient. So fair play to them that they've won the game 1-0.
Now, you've been around in football long enough to know the score. There were some furious fans at the end. Furious, frankly, with you.
That's football, and that's it's my responsibility as manager of the football club. So it falls ultimately on me and what. Why
is he like? Basically, it's been said from the interviewer that, Chris, if you're still here, Christian, tell Luke to jump into the stream because I'll be putting the link in shortly. So I don't know, because I can't check my phone, so you're gonna have to tell him to come in. But he basically gets asked or told that fans were basically booing him at full time. And he's like, yeah, it's got to come on me. Come full chest. If I'm a manager and they say that, I would be coming out full chest and saying, yes, they were booing me, but I'm the man to turn this around. And he's like, yeah, I'm to blame. Like, fucking hell.
What we've got to do is recognise which we are, the work that needs to be done, show greater consistency, and ultimately start winning football matches.
Do you feel the pressure now? Given you're a Newport boy, you can't escape it.
I've felt pressure from day one. So the day I came in, which is nearly a year ago, I've always felt that. I always feel it. It's my responsibility. It's my responsibility to get it right. And as a team and as a football club, we want to do that. Basically,
he's avoided the question. He's basically avoided the question. They said to him, do you feel the pressure? And he says, I've felt it since day one. So he's not answered it. He's not said, I feel a bit of pressure. I'm starting to feel it. He said, I felt it from the start. So he's basically avoided the question.
Are you feeling pressure from above?
No, I never feel pressure from above in that sense. That in that way, I put the pressure on myself. I think that's the thing. So the greatest pressure, whether it's from different directions, always comes from me.
Do you still feel you're the man?
Of course I do. Of course I do. People will question that right now. It's about coming out of this sticky period.
I'm sorry, James, but yes, you've got to back yourself. I agree with that. You've always got to back yourself in any situation in life. But to come out and say, basically, I've got to back myself. I don't know how to put it. So, yes, you got to back yourself. Yes, I agree with that 100%. But to say we've got to come out of this sticky period, this is not 1 or 2 games, James. This is 3 or 4 months, mate. This was the back end of last season and the first 3 months of this season. That's not a period. That's a long time.
Coming out stronger and better for it, and that's what the aim is.
Because it doesn't look great, as you just said, when you lose to the club who are bottom of League 2.
Yeah, it doesn't look great when you lose the bottom of club at League 2, and it looks good when you win at top of league. But it's ultimately just...
Oh, why is he bringing that Leyton Orient result into it? Fucking hell.
And your last performance in every aspect of football, whether it's management, coaching or playing. We shouldn't be losing today to bottom league. We know that. We recognise that. And we've got things to work on to get better for next week.
And fans will look Crawley are now bottom. They're your next opponents.
Yeah, and it's a game we got prepared for properly next week.
So Rochdale bottom, we lost. Crawley next.
We're still enjoying it. I mean,
yeah.
This is the toughest spell you've had, isn't it, since you've taken over?
Without a shadow of a doubt, in many ways, in that it's always challenging. You have different challenges when you're winning. You have different challenges when you're losing. I feel strongly and passionate about this football club, and ultimately, I was a fan when my dad played here. My grandfather was involved. I think the major thing for us is take that to one side. That's irrelevant right now. It's what's important about winning football matches.
All the best.
When are we going to win a football match?
Thank you.
How painful was it? The boos. How hard is it?
That's part and parcel of management. In what it is, I experienced it in different management teams previously. Then it drives us forward to try and get this right.
I'm confident you are the man to turn around. What can you do differently, right?
I think it's improving consistency in both halves. So we either play well first half and not well second half, or not play well first half and play better second half. I think is the work ethic, the way that we go about things is really important, and we keep moving that forward and giving the lads the confidence and spirit to keep going.
Did you get the selection wrong then in the first half? Or?
I don't know. Well, if you judge on the result, then you might say that, but
I'll back him here. I don't think he got the selection wrong. Personally, I think he played the team that I wanted him to play. So I'd actually back James Rowby there and say, no, I think he got the selection right.
You put a team out that you think is going to win a game to give consistency. We felt as though we did that, but obviously it's not worked because we've not won the game. So that's the bottom line of it.
What was the difference second half? Why were they on the front foot? Maybe a bit more tentative, maybe?
I think sometimes when you feel a bit of pressure, maybe you don't do the things as well as what you should do. And I think when you go a goal behind, it sometimes becomes a little bit easier. The challenge is to show the bravery and consistency when backs against the wall, when you're winning or when you're drawing, I think that's important to do that.
It's a test of everyone's character, I guess, now, isn't it? It's tough at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It's always tough in football when you lose games, and the position we're in, 3 points of relegation, I believe. I think that's it right now. But we've got to put that right this week with a positive training week. Show consistency like we do in training.
Fucking hell. How many times does he want to mention consistency? Jesus Christ. Like, we need to be consistent. We need to work on consistency. The reason why we're not winning is because of our consistency. Fucking do it then, man. Seriously, stop crying about it and actually do it.
And put that onto the pitch.
Do you have to sort of reassess the aims for the season? Because you went into it probably looking up.
I'm just going game to game at the minute. I think I've got to go game to game.
He's got to go game to game. She might not be here next fucking week, mate.
As myself and individually and as a team, that's what we'll do.
Nick Townsend, he wasn't on the bench?
No, that's personal reasons with Nick.
Okay.
Oh, that's just made it even worse. So I was there at Rodney Parade thinking, wow, he's shown balls. He's dropped Nick Townsend completely. But no, it's down to personal issues. So if Nick Townsend was okay to play that match, he would have played. Oh, this just makes it even worse. So he was going to play Nick Townsend after fucking Tuesday night. What an incompetent twat.
Yeah. Okay.
Quite a different 7 days, mate, doesn't it? Massive win last week and down today.
Yeah, it is. It's a change. It's a change in press conferences afterwards. One thing I can't fault the lads for is that they kept going and going and going. That's what you can't take away from them and the group of players, is that they never stopped. And that's one thing they did do today, especially second half. Second half they did that.
You said after that, Leighton Orient, you have to build on this now. And you haven't done that, have you?
Yeah, after Leighton Orient, he said, after Leighton Orient, we've got to build on that win against Leighton Orient. Swindon, defeat. Rochdale, defeat. Great. Absolutely fantastic. Keeps looking at the floor, his confidence is gone. Hey, Mike, currently in work. Big up to yourself, Ethan. I hope you enjoy your shift, mate.
Yeah.
No.
That's the challenge, I guess, is to string results together.
Yeah, and getting a run of form together that gets us to where we believe we should be, higher at the table.
Do you feel was there a sense of nervousness in the crowd today? Did that play?
I don't know. I didn't sense that.
You fucking bullshitter. He didn't sense the nervousness in the crowd. Is he actually serious? So there was boos. There was people saying, James Rowbury, get out of our club. And there was, you getting sacked. And apparently he didn't feel the nervousness. Oh my, we are in trouble.
I think there's always a natural thing when you hear different things. But it's about putting performances together, which is what...
Oh, how many times does he have to say it's about putting performances together, consistency, it's about regrouping?
Our responsibility is as a team, and we've got to do that.
Did you see enough in that second half to think there is something?
Yeah, I think, and I think if you're looking at from a neutral perspective, whether you're a fan or whether you're a staff member at this football club, is that you look at it. We kept going and going and going. I'm not going to come at you and happy clap about it, because ultimately we lost the football match.
Yay! It's taken him 6 minutes and 59 seconds to say, I'm not going to clap about it. Why didn't you say that at the start of the interview? At the start of the interview, you should have said, whatever I say from this point on, I'm not happy with the result. We've lost the game. It's taken him basically 28 seconds left of the interview to say, oh, by the way, I'm not happy with that. We lost the game. Fucking fraud, man.
The thing that we did do is that we kept creating chances. I'm not sure if they got a shot on our goal second half, but ultimately...
James, newsflash, James. He's just said, I'm not sure if they had a shot on our goal. Newsflash, we had 3 in fucking 90 minutes, mate. Fucking fraud.
It's the result that matters, and we didn't do that today, but seen enough in that to work with and to push forward that we can do that.
Hang on, chat. Instead of, right, he's going to work on this, right? Right, so instead of playing 45 minutes of great football, we might play 50 minutes next week. Yes! We are building, lads. We are building. This is brilliant.
How tough was it to break them down this afternoon?
Yeah, it's tough because we haven't scored. It's disappointing. It's frustrating, and it's something that we've got to work on again next week. Thank you.
Fucking idiot. Absolute fucking idiot, man. Absolute fucking twat. Right, I will put the link in the chat in a minute, but I just want to break a few things down from that. Look, I know there's going to be people fucking... Right, I'll put the link in now. I'm not going to get anyone in yet, of course. If you do want to come in the chat, and if you don't want to turn your camera on, then you can obviously turn it on when you're backstage, and then if you want to turn it off in the stream, that's, fine, as long as I know it's not a fucking robot or a Cardiff fan. I'm joking. If you are a Cardiff fan, you can piss off anyway. But I'm going to put the link in now. I'll put it in twice. So do join the link, and I'll get you in order of the way I want to do it. But read a few comments, give my overall thoughts on the interview, and then we'll get some people in. Clueless man, agreed. Currently cleaning the toilet, but I'll try. God, absolute God. Like you can't sense phasing the fans giving you pressure and the nervousness. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, that's what got me. Oh, I didn't feel the nervousness. Really? So you got booed at full time, booed at half time, booed during the game, but you didn't feel nervousness. Get off it, mate. Get off it. Who are you kidding? Not me. I'm not doing the dart streams tonight, guys. I can't do a fucking 4-hour dart stream after watching that shambles. I can't. I'm just gonna fucking have a shower, have a fucking something to eat, and just fucking go to bed, I think. Yeah. Cheap tickets in non-league. Yeah. We're all going on an on-league tour, an on-league tour, an on-league tour. Mate, I'm buzzing for Solihull Moors away next season. Absolutely fucking buzzing for that. Nevers was touch and go at Swindon, Edward. So Thierry Nevers was, I think James Redbury said 50% at Swindon, but he didn't want to risk him at Swindon with the type of physical players they have in their team. But I think he was only 45. I think he could only play 45 minutes today, hence why, he come off the bench. Yes, Scarborough Athletic, we're coming for you, yeah. Up the Newport Massive. Right, I have put the link in the chat for you guys if you want to join the stream. I'm not going to be on here for 2-3 hours because ultimately I can't be fucking bothered to be on here for 2.5 hours. I will obviously get a few people's thoughts on the game. If you was at the game, that is obviously more preferable and more... I'd prefer it if you either are a Newport fan or at the game. It would obviously be a lot more insightful. But if you are a neutral, I'm surprised, and I don't even know what I'm saying. Supposed I could get you on as well. Let me just see if because when I done this before, I was trying to get someone on, and then Ogle spoke to the press. So I'm just waiting to see if someone else does speak to the press. So let me just quickly refresh Newport County's YouTube page. So if we do have... I can see Reece backstage. I know he's just going to fucking rinse me, man. I can't be fucking arsed with this, man. Really can't be arsed. So let me just quickly refresh it just to see, like I said, if... Right, there is... Right, I'm going to get him in because he is a neutral, and then hopefully Luke and Christian come in. Oh, mate, this is painful. This is Swansea was shit last season as well, so we're going to have to get him in. I don't even know why I'm doing this to myself. But Reece there.
Hello, how you doing, mate? Well, I think I know how you're doing, but
how are you doing? Because I know Swansea are actually doing good for once. So
yeah, pretty bounced at the minute, mate. 4th straight win in a row, 3 points off top, 5 wins in 6, 3 wins in a week. Loving life.
What do you think of this Newport situation?
Now, I gotta be honest, when you beat Leyton Orient, even before that, I was like, I think Newport fans are being a bit harsh. I was like, you're not too bad in the table, but after seeing your results against Swindon and your performance, and today 24th Rochdale, I think what you and most Newport fans be saying is true. That there's just nowhere to go for James Roby now. I think he's just on borrowed time.
Piss off, Jensen. I'm joking. Do you think he's gonna get the sack? Because in his interview they said to him, do you feel pressure above? And he said absolutely not. So
I don't know. I don't think he will. I've got to be honest. I think what the Newport board will probably think is that, you know, 1 or 2 results, you know, winning in a row can change the mentality, like what we've seen with WrestleMania. That, you know, I heavily wanted him out, and you know what crazy things few wins can do for you. But yeah, obviously the Newport connection I think helps him out a little bit. But again, this is why I don't like having managers who have got a connection to the club. I know you say the same. Like, it's just there's just too much emotional attachment there. And like, you know, if James Rowbury was a neutral, maybe he'd change things tactic wise. Because he's a Newport fan, he just looks at it too emotionally.
yeah, I mean, for him to come out and say that he didn't feel nervousness during that game, I think that just topped it off for me. Getting booed at halftime, booed during the game, booed at full time when he was walking down the tunnel. People were literally. I heard some really bad things saying to him, but basically in a nice term, piss off out the club sort of thing. And for him to come out and say that he didn't feel any of that, I think that's a bit just naive, isn't it, really?
Yeah, probably just trying to play it cool by the media. Basically trying to say that there's no pressure on me, but he's under huge pressure. I'd probably say probably one of the most under pressure managers in the EFL at the moment with Steve Bruce. But yeah, results aren't going to be, even when, you know, you get a terrific result like last week against Leighton Orient, you think, yeah, you are going to push on now, and you just lose 2 on the bounce. And yeah, it's not looking good, man, especially losing to a team like Rochdale, who, let's be honest, have been very poor this season.
Yeah, we've got Crawley next week, who are 24th. So, I mean, I want. Well, to be fair, I said I would do it after Barrow 3 weeks ago because I just didn't see him coming back, and everyone was like, "Give him the Leighton Orient game, give him the Leighton Orient game," which I did, and he got a win. I said, you know, if he does kick on from Leighton Orient to Swindon, then beats Rochdale or rock bottom, that's 3 wins on the spin, 2 away from home. That's given him probably 2-3 months extra in the job. But after Leighton Orient, his first thing in his interview was, we're going to bounce back. We're going to push on there. We're going to get, we're going to go to Swindon on Tuesday and, play our hearts out. And then we've got Rochdale at home. And he's lost 2 of them. I just think he's just saying the right things to the media to try and keep him in a job personally.
Yeah, and again, another loss at home today, which you've got to have one of the worst home forms in League Two by now. It's just shocking. Yeah. It's just shocking for Newport, because everyone establishes Newport as a hard-working team, 4-4-2, don't concede many goals, don't score many, but, they're very good at home. And, with the FA Cup runs all last, right, Rodney plays a fortress to goal, but this season, teams like Rochdale turned up Newport and played it off the park and getting that goal, and just, Newport aren't going to score.
Yeah, I think the thing that annoyed me is that Rochdale are in awful form, and they can basically come to we're 22nd on home form, seven games, 1 win, 1 draw, 5 defeats.
That's not good enough at all.
And like I mentioned when I was reading the stats, 21 shots, 3 on target, and then he has the audacity to come out and say Rochdale didn't really have any shots on target on our goal. I was like, what? Like,
to be fair, I found his thing quite disrespectful towards Rochdale. By you saying that we should be winning this game for the 24th. It's not like he didn't give any credit at all. I know he's like very angry, but it's very unprofessional, because he could have said, yeah, we wanted to win this game, but credit to Rochdale, they worked hard. But I thought it was a bit disrespectful, to be honest, to the opposition. But
the players lack confidence. We need an experienced manager to sort out tactics and formation and sort the players out. I've been absolutely crying out for David Artell. I said it again today. I said I just love the way he plays a 4-3-3. He will play Nevers on one wing, and he'll play Will Evans on another wing with Bogle through the middle. 3 midfielders, probably Mariah Welsh, Scott Bennett, and Robbie Wilmot, who are all workhorse midfielders that will, give it their all. But I just don't see it happening. I saw that thing that you tagged me in before, that he was linked to a job. I think that vacancy has gone now. I think it was the Colchester job, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that.
Matt Bloomfield has gone in there. I mean, take away, obviously, any sort of thing that you have with Newport. Do you see this turning around and Crawley on Saturday? They're 24th. A lot of people said they're not going to go anymore. It was 3,000 there today. and I could generally see our next home league game being 2000 maybe. People are just giving up.
Yeah, it's a sad turnaround for Newport because, usually people look at Newport as a club really where they can send their lone young players and, to establish a good club. But at the minute, Newport is such a team who are on the downfall, really. Rowbury, he got backed in the summer. You can't deny that. He had several signings and, he's not even using half of them. Again, the treatment of Chank is in, but I know I'm a Swansea fan, he's Cardiff, but again, he's a young lad, and he's not given any opportunities at all. Really. What annoyed me more today is we're 1-0 down against bottom of the league. They're so physical, and he chucked him on in the 85th minute. I just think that's it's like a young lad. It's only his second spell away in senior football, and you give him 5 minutes, a minute. It's an awful way to treat a young player.
Yeah, I did say as well. I worry for Thierry Nevers in January. I think West Ham are going to look at the situation and think, "Oh my God, send him back, bring him back to West Ham." And I said he would do a job at a Championship side like Swansea or someone like that. He's so quick. His turn of pace is ridiculous. And when he got man of the match for me today, and he only played 45 minutes, but he just was so fresh, and he didn't play at Swindon because he was 50-50. I think he was not even 100% fit today, and he still was man of the match. Yeah. I'm not doing that stream anymore. YouTube account. I can't do it tonight. I'm just gonna have a nice shower and just go to bed, I think.
Yeah, I'll probably watch the Newport highlights later because I always like watching the Newport highlights after the game and stuff like that. But I was looking at half time. I saw you 1-0 down. I was saying to Luke and Jake, and I was like, "Oh, Newport aren't going to turn this around. Mike Green going to rant tonight." And they went, "No, they'll turn it around." But I just don't know. Are the players not playing up for him? We see Bournemouth. I know Premier League's different, but as soon as Scott Parker gets sacked, Bournemouth have gone 5 and beaten their 8. It's is there a case of players not turning up for the manager again? Nick Townsend now's had a falling out with the manager. It's just
I was when I got to the ground, I looked at the lineup. I was like, "Yes, Joe Day. That's exactly what we wanted to see." And then for him to come out in his interview and say the only reason Townsend didn't play was a personal issue. So if that wasn't the issue, Townsend would have played. So it's
even that, I don't think he should be revealing that in the press conference, in the post conference. I think he should be keeping that between him and Nick Townsend because let's be honest, it will get solved eventually because he's not gonna be out frozen until January. But things like that, you've got to keep private because now the fans know you've fallen out with a player. And again, there's going to be players in that dressing room who really like Nick Townsend. I know they're going to look at that situation and think, why have you thrown out my mate, Nick Townsend? So I think it's just going to be bad harmony. And I think a bad result against Crawley next week. And I think he has gone. I think he'll get the week. But if you do lose against Crawley, I think he's gone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to. That's the last question I was going to say. Oh, God, how am I saying this? Prediction for... I swear to God, if Dom Telford scores his first league goal against us next week, there's going to be some real rage on this fucking channel. I swear to God.
It's happening, don't you? You know it's going to happen.
He's literally going to celebrate as well. But what is your prediction for Crawley? It's away as well, which makes it even worse. Crawley versus Newport next week.
Now, I've watched a little bit of Crawley because I know their owners on TikTok. He likes to do the cryptocurrency thing. I'm quite surprised they're doing quite rubbish, to be fair, because it's been quite big in the summer. They follow them in the Carabao Cup, and it's quite shocked when you told me they're bottom. But again, Crawley, some of the players they have are very, very good for this level. But again, it's a question of the ownership, really. Is that what the hardcore fans want who were 1990s in the freezing cold, like you were saying earlier?
Yeah.
They think they're better than everyone. Well, those fans anyway. But yeah, unfortunately.
Sorry, off topic. But when we went to Swindon on Tuesday night, when we was on the way home from Swindon, there was someone leaving the ground, and I said to her "Oh, James Rowbury needs to go," and there was this 60-year-old woman, and she went, "It's not Rowbury, it's Rowbury." I was like, "Oh my God, man, really? You're more worried about how you say his name than whether he should be sacked or not."
I bet she sits down away.
No, I'm not saying that because there might be people in here that do sit down away. But if you do that, oh God,
don't go.
No, unless you've got the steward at West Brom.
The mighty steward last week. My story. He was moving over on there.
Yeah. So what is your prediction? Sorry, I did cut you off there.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Crawley. Again, they're home. they get that first goal, momentum boost, and as soon as they get the second, I just can't see it. You did beat Lane Orient, so you can always take confidence from that, away from home especially. But I just think the players have given up on him. Relationships are falling out. There's so much pressure on him. As soon as that first goal goes over Crawley next week, the away fans will turn on the team. Yeah, I'm sorry, 3-0 Crawley.
What is Rowberry ball passing or direct? That's the thing, we don't know, because 1 minute he goes direct and then he changes it in game. They on Tuesday night, I said it. I don't actually know if I said it in the vlog, but I definitely said it to a few people. I said Swindon are the best team in the league for passing the ball. It was unbelievable watching their midfielder, Harrison Reed, Johnny Williams, and Ben Gladwin. They were just zipping the ball from left to right, playing the ball to their wing backs. Their wing backs were just playing little intricate passes into the midfield. And I generally said they're gonna get promotion. They're just so good. I know they lost today against Tranmere, but for a 46-game season, they were in the playoffs last season. If it wasn't for Harry McCurdy, because he was on the stream with me for that.
I remember that penalty because he was getting criticised all game. I think and he was just like giving it large.
He skied it and then he poked his tongue out. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, crazy. But yeah, I'll just answer these and then I'll get someone else in as well. Michael Flynn knew the score. He knew he couldn't take them any further. I do agree with that. I do genuinely agree with that because he didn't get sacked, Michael Flynn. They parted company on mutual consent.
A bit like Steve Cooper with us, really, because he knew he was leaving. He knew Rawdon was going to leave, and he just thought, I can't do anything else here. Let's just leave in mutual ways. So yeah, I can feel that relevance.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the darts tonight. Absolutely not. If he's still here when we play Crawley, then I'm losing it. He's going to be, Tom. He's going to be. When you're close to sacking a manager, you'd never really see it. Like, you see signs of it after the game, don't you? You don't really, the next day, you don't sort of be like, oh, yeah, now there's talks of him being sacked. If he was going to get sacked after this game, there would have been talks after it. And by his interview, it just looks like he's, cozy with his bloody slippers on and he's not going to lose the job, which is absolutely stupid.
Minding his two daughters as well.
yeah, he's got to provide for his two daughters anyway. Thanks for popping in. I know you're a Swansea fan, but like I said, if there was Nathan or someone like that dropping in, we'd be kicking them out of the studio. But I can put up with Swansea fans. They're actually sound. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for Ollie Cooper. Scored his first league goal today, so he's really impressive.
Everyone in the ground just looked at their phones when they saw Ollie Cooper score. Like, oh God.
Even Russell Martin said that, if it went for Newport, Ollie Cooper wouldn't be where he is now. So I think Cameron Congreve might be going to get you guys in January as well because he's been on the
Don't send him here. You'll waste 6 months of his season. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming and having your say. Go subscribe to Reece Swans Away Days. I will be checking his vlog out. Can actually see a fan celebrate, which will be brilliant. But I'll speak to you later, mate. I'm sure I will drop you a message.
Yeah, see you later.
Cheers. Right, we're going to get James in now. James and Christian, just quickly turn your cameras on backstage so I know you are obviously legit, and then you can turn it off when I do get you in. Just because I don't want to get someone in. Right, okay, you can turn your cameras off now. Just wanted to see that you were actually legit. Come on, the Asp. Mike's scared of Price getting beat. Just messing. Don't worry, Price will win the tournament. I don't feel like I am. I just don't feel like I can do a dart stream. I really want to, but I just feel so annoyed. I just feel so down in the dumps. I just want to sort of get on with my night, if that makes sense. Maybe I might do it. It's still half an hour away. I'm going to get Christian and James's thoughts in, and then we'll wrap it up. And I might change my mind, but I just feel so down in the dumps and so annoyed after that result. I don't know. Right, we're going to get Christian in first. Obviously, Christian was at the game with me. Was my chauffeur for the game, if you like, to and from it. What's your thoughts on that?
Does that explain? Does that explain things? Absolutely speechless, lad. That's all I can really say. Absolutely fucking speechless. Sorry about the swearing. About, speechless. That's it. Robbery out. Simple. Gone.
Yeah.
No one in there.
I mean, he took our best player off, or one of our best players off at half time in Nathan Mariah Welsh. Did that sort of set the tone for what the game was going to be? I don't know why he took Nathan Mariah Welsh off. He was just showing something positive. Mariah Welsh was.
I mean, look, if he kept him on with Nevers, they could have created something in that midfield. Everyone pretty much saw how Nevers was trying to carry the ball up the field and everything like that. And then if Nathan was there, maybe something would have happened in between, like himself and the midfield. So like on the wing, Cam, something like that. So that could have been a possibility. You had Will Evans in there as well, who tried to create something, but yeah, just a stupid decision if you ask me.
Yeah. Big question here from Lloyd. Do you think Sam Bowen needs to play in midfield? I mean, look, James Redbury has bought how many? Is it 10 or 11 signings, and barely any of them play?
Somewhere around there, somewhere around 10, 11, even 50 you could sign. Around 50 players, and they still wouldn't do the job. And Rowbury, honestly. Sorry, Rowbury, that's what it is.
Yeah, Rowbury.
Rowbury, yeah, Rowbury. That's what it is. Completely forgot.
Crawley next week, away from home. Surprise, surprise, Crawley at 24th. Just like our visitors today.
Oh my God. Wow. 24th. What a fucking surprise. Watch us absolutely get hammered there. Watch. 5-0 loss. I can already imagine, 5-0 loss. Yeah. Dom Telford scoring a hat-trick against his former club. If that happens, I'm gone. I'm gone.
I'm gone. I know this is a stupid question to ask, but
go on.
It'll be one of the last ones I ask. Are you done with Rowbury now?
Does this explain?
Yeah.
Honestly, my facial expression right here, explains the whole thing. I mean, look, we all saw what happened at Swindon. Funny story. But other than that, the goals should have been at least 6 goals, 6-0, something like that, not 1-0. Like, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. What we saw in Swindon is a completely different story. Hold on.
I didn't think Rochdale. I generally don't think Rochdale offered much today. I think they were quite poor.
Look, first half all over us. I don't know what he was trying to do. Rowbury, that's what it is. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do, right? With everything, the whole formation and tactics and things like that. But the second half, we actually somehow turned it around. Why could we play that second half in the first half and maybe throughout the whole match? It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science to play the whole game. Yeah, the whole game, perfect. Not rocket science.
I don't disagree with you. I just don't think we're capable of it.
Honestly, like as I said to you, even in the car, like what's good, and in the car after the match, 3 players. That's it. We're on it today. Demetriou, Nevers, and Nathan. That's it.
Yeah.
Everyone else was just off it. Cameron Norman was there a little bit, tried to get in on it as well. Lewis Collins, when he came on, he tried to get involved as well. Aaron Lewis had not Aaron Lewis. Yeah, Aaron Lewis had had a good game as well. But 3 players only stand out today, and that's it.
Final question, Christian.
Go on.
I don't know if your 5-0 was your genuine prediction. Crawley Town on Saturday. What are you saying?
Well, I can't give you an exact prediction, but I'm expecting a loss. That's all I'm saying. Just expecting a loss. Nothing else, lad.
Thanks.
It hates me to say it, but that's the truth. And I
Yeah.
swear to God, if Dom Telford actually does score, honestly, I'll be through the fucking roof.
I think
I will be through the fucking roof.
you and everyone else. Thanks for tuning in, Christian.
No
I'm
worries,
sure we'll
lad.
see you after another game. Thanks for coming on. There's Christian's thoughts on the game. Thanks for tuning in. Let's just read a few more comments. I couldn't really answer comments when I had Christian on. We'll get James on in a second, and then we'll wrap this up. Just glad to see Joe Day starting again. Hi, Mike and Guess. Where did County go from here? Mate, we're going down. That's all we're going. We're going down. We are not staying in this division if we keep this manager. Super Mike Green. Next manager, you should be better tactics than James Rowberry. I'm actually thinking of doing a tactics video. I'm actually thinking of doing a tactics video where going through what I think we should do going forward, what I think would work best with our team. Let me know in the chat if you'd like to see that. So, like, our best 11, the formation we should go with, and the tactics we should play against pretty much any opposition, and change it to in defense, in attack, and in the transition. I think that'll be an interesting video to do with a tactics board so you can actually see it in full motion. I might do that. Andrew says we're so shit. I agree. I just killed the thing. 7-0 Crawley. Dom Telford hat-trick. Rex. Yeah, I would agree. That comment makes me sick. But Wrexham would absolutely kill us at the moment. They conceded 5 goals today and won the game. That for me is just scary. They fucking scored. They conceded 5 goals, but still won. 7-5 they won against Barnet. 7-5. Could we score 7 goals? I don't even think we scored 7 goals all season, have we? Never mind in one bloody game. Bloody hell, man. This is mad. This is absolutely mad. Noah, Bristol City fans, look. Bristol's we must be massive. We must be absolutely massive if Bristol City fans are coming in. No, I'm not doing a Man United stream tomorrow, no. We must be massive if we're on Bristol City's minds. Focus on your own team. You know, like I said, we're massive. We've got Bristol City fans coming in and bantering us. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. I do hate Wrexham. And then my last comment before we get James in. Can't score 1. Don't worry about 7. Right, we are going to get James in. I don't even know what to say, so I'm just going to let you just take it away, mate.
What position are you in the league?
Huh?
What position are you in the league?
Are you a Newport fan by any chance?
I follow Wrexham.
Yeah, we're not. I don't want this to be turning into a stupid stream. A Wrexham fan, like I want this to be a proper stream. Like I don't want. I'm sorry, James, but thanks for tuning in. But I want this to actually be serious. I don't want people just to come on here and just take the piss. So I will put the link in one more time if you do want to come in and have your say. I'm not against neutral people, but like, you know, he's a Wrexham fan. Reese came in as a Swansea fan and was just, you know, sensible about his opinions. I don't want people just coming in here laughing and taking the piss, because that's not the type of stream I want here. 50 votes, by the way, 76% of you saying James Rowberry will be sacked. Like I said, I will stay live for a few more minutes to see if you guys want to come on and have your say. The lines are open. So please do come on and have your say. Look, if you look back at that result, I mean, is there positives to take? Is there positives to take? I'm not too sure. I think first half, no. First half we were pathetic. Second half we improved. We showed a bit more desire. We showed a bit more fight. And we showed that if we can be a 90-minute team That's no worries, Andrew. Just seen your comment. If we could be a 90-minute team, full-on possession-based football, winning the ball back high up the pitch, producing moments in a game, I think we could have done something. We could have done something in that game if we could sustain a period of 90-minute pressure, sustain a period of winning the ball back, playing the ball, not becoming sloppy on the ball and not, losing the ball in silly areas, which I thought we did several times. I genuinely think this team could go somewhere. It could. This team could go somewhere, but I mean, I'm looking at it now, right? I will just get this on, and look, I'm scared. I'm looking at the league table, and I'm scared because I mean, I'm worried. I am worried. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of people can sort of cover it up, and I think a lot of people will cover it up. I think that's just you can come on, Chris, and have your just say on the Rowbury situation if you want. If you want to just come on and have your say about Rowbury in general, then you can come and do that. Let's just read a few more comments. Do you think Rowbury will get sacked? You've asked the same question 3 or 4 times, Callum. Yes, I think he will get sacked. Rowbury gets his signings, and most of his signings don't play. I mean, oh God, that just makes me want to throw up. Why bring these signings in if you're clearly not going to use them? It's just pointless, man. Seriously, it's just absolutely pointless. Big up to Ryan from that Cardiff City fan. We're worse than TNS in the Welsh League. I wouldn't go that far. They're not even Welsh, are they? They're bloody English. The team with the quality of the players can definitely go somewhere, but the management has to go. And I like the fact that you said the management has to go, not the manager. I think that's a massive indication of where the fans want or where they want to see the change. I don't think the change needs to come from just James Rowbury. I think the team, that Cal Serrant, James Rowbury, Mark O'Brien, the lot of them need to go. I think the lot of them need to go, and they need to go together, because if you just get rid of O'Brien or just get rid of Rowbury and keep Cal Serrant, it's still the same structure. But look at this, chat. Look at this. Look at that. We are 3 points above the drop. 3 points above the drop. Right, Matt is in down low. Let me know in the private chat, Matt, because I don't know who that is. It could be a troll. I'm not too sure. I was behind the goal when Rochdale scored. Awful marking, and Joe Day should have got it. Oh, Joe Day, man. I feel sorry for Joe Day. Really feel sorry for Joe Day, because there's so much call for Joe Day to come into the team. He comes into the team and he makes a howler. It's just... But then again, I agree with Tom. I don't think it was purely down to him. But look at this, right? 11 points this season. 3 wins out of 13. This is what makes me feel sick, right? Crawley Town, 5 points off us, game in hand. Rochdale, 3 points off us, game in hand. Harrogate, Harrogate, 3 points off us, game in hand. Hartlepool, 2 points off us, same amount of games. Colchester, 2 points behind us, game in hand. Gillingham, level on points, game in hand. They've all got games in hand on us, pretty much apart from Hartlepool and... Who was it? Hartlepool and Rochdale. No, just Hartlepool. So only Hartlepool a game in hand on us, and everyone is maximum 5 points behind us with games in hand. Oh my God! Oh, the thing is, right, at the start of the season, I'm gonna get fucking bantered on my reaction to my predictions. I put us 5th. Oh my God! I put us 5th in this league, and if you look at, I know Chris is down there, so he's going to fucking love what I'm about to say. But if you look at the top 7, right? The top 7 in the league, all of them have a good system, right? Stevenage, they have a manager who knows this league. Leyton Orient the same. Northampton, I was a bit suspect of John Brady, but what he's done, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous job at Northampton. The way they play, the style of football they have, great manager. Salford City, Neil Wood, again, another great manager. Manchester United academy manager comes in and just plays the exact same football. Mansfield with Nigel Clough, again, knows the league. Bradford, Mark Hughes knows the league. And Carlisle, Paul Simpson has come in and is... Oh, piss off. Why is he like... Oh, I hate this. I hate this. Absolutely hate this. Oh, he's laughing and thing. But like all of those top 7 have a reason to why they can feel confident. And even further down the league, you know, you look at teams like Doncaster, they've got McSheffrey, and even to the likes of Walsall, Mike Flynn. You know, all of these teams have got a reason to be confident. We just haven't. Right, let's get him in. He's got a smile as big as the Eiffel Tower at the moment, but I'm going to bring. I'm not even going to ask how are you, because I know you're absolutely struggling, so I'm just going to get straight onto the questions. Newport at the moment. What have you got to say about it? Because you came on 3-4 weeks ago and you said surely he's got to go now. We've won 1 game since then, out of 4. Surely it's time. Surely.
Well, I think it was. I remember coming on your first post-match where I said it was on the back end of last season, wasn't it? Where this drop off in form started, and I've said it a lot. Like in every league, whenever a manager gets sacked, it's always seemed to be the second season that passes them out, sort of thing.
Yes, sorry to cut you off there. I agree with Tom. All the teams around us have got rid of their managers. Rochdale, Colchester, what was it?
Rochdale, Colchester,
and Hartlepool.
Well, Hartlepool above you. I don't know. I haven't seen the table apart from odds of thoughts.
Ham says
so.
Newport will go to League 3. Oh, mate, if there was a League 3, I don't think we would qualify for it anyway.
That comment, what the hell was League 3?
Yeah, I mean, after Leyton Orient, he come out and said, we're going to show consistency. We're going to take this Leyton Orient result and we're going to show that it's not a fluke. Proceeds, Swindon Town away, 1-0 defeat. Rochdale at home, 1-0 defeat. What has he improved? What has he followed on from that Leyton Orient game?
That should be the final nail in the coffin. Using to bottom the league, Rochdale. Don't everyone? I know the Rochdale fan was in the comments. I agree with him. I don't think they are the worst team in the league, but then the league table doesn't lie at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we can. Well, I said 4 weeks ago he should have bloody went James Welby, because I kind of knew where he was heading after the back end of last season. That's where it started, by the way. Back end of last season.
Oh yeah.
And I said to you, start the season, he needs a good start, because if he does on this type of form, well, we don't know if you don't get rid of him, because I think that would be very worrying. That the early signs from what I saw, that it doesn't look like he even sort of, looks like getting sacked. So I think that's very worrying. But who knows? Well, you'd be hoping he turns it around, but I don't see it personally. It's like my analogy. It's the behind in the behind. I say a lot about a lot of mindsets.
Yeah, in his interview, this made me laugh, and I don't know if you were in the chat at that point, but he said he didn't feel nervousness at all during the game. I mean, booed in 10, 15 minutes into the game, booed at half-time, booed at full-time, got told basically in a polite way to get the F out of the club by a lot of fans, but he didn't feel nervous, apparently. He feels like his job is...
Oh, hard man, him, ain't he?
I would love Sean Dyche. I'd actually love Sean Dyche.
He'll get you fucking results.
He might get us down to about 4 players because you bloody scare a lot of them off. But yeah, I mean, to not feel nervousness after getting booed for a large part of that game, does that tell you that he's just saying the right things to keep him in a job?
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Like a lot of minds, well, some minds just always seem to do that, just to try and make himself comfortable, try and say the right things. Obviously, if he says something he regrets and does against everything, then you'd be obviously be happy to see him do it after that. But come on, that Newport need to make a decision, because I do worry for you, honestly, if you keep him. If you keep him in charge, because you can't. How long can you leave him until you sack him? I'm not saying you don't be like Oldham's done for that season. They were done anyways. Them two. Well,
Yeah.
Stunthorpe were at the start of the season. I'm not saying you don't get relegated, but bloody hell, you are. The way it's going, you are currently in the relegation battle. I know you won't like that, but
No, I agree with you.
with the form you're going in, I'm baffled by it. I'm baffled because start of the season I thought you'd be, well, how one was are. I thought you'd be where you normally are, sort of thing, like chancing for normally getting the playoffs.
Yeah.
And normally chancing top end. But I'm baffled. I'm baffled by Newport's form this season, honestly.
We got 30 plus people in here. Can you just do one thing, guys? Everyone that's in here, drop a like, make me feel better after this stream. But I mean, one thing that I will agree with James Radbury with, or I stand by him with, and I know this is a bit of naivety maybe from me, but I think that he should know where he stands. I do feel sorry for him in that aspect. Like, he's thinking that the board are, safe with him, sort of thing. But they could easily just turn around and stab him in the back and say, "No, you're gone." I do feel that there should be some sort of connection between the board and him. If you're going to sack him, tell him what. Basically, say you've got till Crawley. If you lose at Crawley, you're gone. Rather than, because we know if we lose at Crawley, it may be a post-match interview saying like, I believe that I'm the man to turn it around. He's not going to come out and say, I think I'm in serious pressure. He's already said in the interview today he doesn't feel pressure. I mean, what does that tell you?
I think this. I mean, you can easily. The manager has to take responsibility, of course he does, but you have to PM the other sides of it as well for giving him, because the other sides of him might be giving him that comfort, saying, "Yeah, you're still safe in the job for targets. What happens in Rochdale?" Sort of thing. So most of the PM has to be with the manager, because let's be honest, he got the job because he was a Newport boy. Is that right? And well, he was from Wales anyway. So
Newport, yeah, he literally lives down the road from me, which is crazy. So I might go and go and give him a visit later on. I'm joking, by the way. I'm not actually going to do that. We'll get.
Well, you can easily phone Connor Ben off if you want.
Yeah, Connor Ben. What an idiot. But anyway, I mean, I'm looking at the votes now, right, and this tells me a picture. I know for a fact that this percentage of the vote is non-Newport fans, or maybe there might be a slim percentage, but 56 votes on will James Radbury be sacked now. 75% say yes. I mean, I know I'm gonna may upset a few people here, but I'm in the no category. I don't think he's going to get sacked. I want him to get sacked, yes, but I just don't think he's going to. Do you see?
I agree. I agree. Even the interviews tell you a lot, to be fair. And the fact that you said, and I actually heard that interview, that he doesn't feel pressure, which it kind of tells you Or maybe double plus, maybe, but
Bloody hope so.
yeah, you'd hope so. But I think that tells me he's still got 3 more games, yeah, which is not good for Europe, but
Yeah.
it's weird. It's like this is year 2 for you. There's always that team that is surprisingly down there, and that is Newport this season.
I remember a couple of seasons Mansfield were down there, and I was like, "What?"
Well, that season's just started badly.
Yeah, and I was like, "What?" I'm just so glad he didn't mention about Bristol Rovers, because in his last couple of interviews he said, "But Bristol Rovers last season started the season badly." I'm so glad he didn't mention that.
That's different levels. I mean, different level of mindset for me.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of mentality, not like I'm not saying Troy Barton's world class, but mentality. Troy Barton as a player, he's no nonsense, ruthless, and he's like that as a mindset.
Yeah, I agree with Ryan here. You have to be ruthless in this business, and Newport have to act now to see fortunes. If only you start. No, I'm glad he's gone. That sounds really bad, but I generally, and wherever he was at Newport, I'd say the same thing. I think Dom Telford's a one-hit wonder. I don't think he's ever going to have a season like last. Don't get me wrong, last season was remarkable. I mean, he was scoring goals with his left foot, right foot. He was getting headers for his size. It was everything that he seemed to touch just went in from Telford. And
wasn't he at Newport the season before that season as well?
Yeah,
when he had that,
didn't get played by Michael Flynn, and on
there we go.
On James Redbury's first game or second game in charge, he started him away at Bristol Rovers and he scored 2 and won 3-1. I just think,
and obviously Michael Flynn's a better mindset.
Yeah,
it's like comparing apples with oranges compared to Albury.
Yeah, I personally, like I said, and you said it earlier on when you said you hope he turns it around. If James Redbury turns it around, then that means Newport are winning games. That means we're doing well, and that's all I want. That's all I want. Whether it's James Redbury, whoever it is, whoever is the man that can get us results and get us winning games, don't care who it is. Could be bloody Tom from down the road for all I care. It's quite funny that Tom's actually in the chat, but I didn't mean you, Tom. But we'll say Jake, for example. Jake from down the road, I wouldn't care if he came in and got us going. I just don't think...
If Albury was sacked, would the likes of David Artell want to come to Newport?
No. The thing is...
because of the current... I think it's hard because I don't think he would want to go to Newport with where they are at the moment in terms of the league. But at the same time...
Then again,
it's the paper, squad on paper as well.
I agree with that, but also I agree with the flip side that managers have egos, right? Every manager has an ego. David Artell could look at that and think they've been doing crap, but if I'm the man to turn this around for them, they're gonna absolutely love me. And like I said, all the managers do have that egotistical approach that I could be the one that saves this. I could be the one that puts them in the right direction. And I just think, as a manager, I don't think there'd be a lot of managers that would turn the job down personally. But like I said, if we're going to get rid of Redbury, I want to see Carl Serrant go. I want to see Mark O'Brien go. I want to see the whole thing go, not just one of them. I want to see
Mr. Chippy as well.
lady. Before I let you go and before I end the stream, because I'm absolutely busting for the toilet, actually. And no, it's not because Price is on and I'm going to shit myself before we say that. But what is your prediction for Crawley Town versus Newport County on Saturday, mate? Reese has already gone 3-0. Christian's gone for a defeat.
Are you at home or are you at home or where?
Away from home. And guess what? Less lads, they're 24th.
Yeah, exactly. That's a hard one. I'm asking them go for a draw. I'm sorry. I'm sitting on the fence.
You're more positive than me. I'm going 2-1 Crawley. I'm saying Dom Telford to score the winner as well, and he will celebrate. Oh God!
Yeah, I think he'll score Dom Telford, and because it's written in the stars, ain't it? Yeah, he hasn't scored for the whole season for Crawley.
Paul says, I'm sure James Redbury is a decent fellow. Invite him onto a live show, see what his response is. Absolutely not, because I would not condone the comment chat, the chat. I would not condone what they say because it would literally be shouting and swearing everywhere at Rowbury, and it'd just be toxic. But thanks for
No,
tuning.
I say I'm under. Yeah. I'm at under 2-1 for you because you.
Bloody hell, a Cardiff fan wanting Newport to win, and he says, "Oh
yeah,
man,
2. Yeah, I agree. I see 2-1 for you.
2-1 Crawley."
I see Telford Storm winning Stars and who's that player who signed on loan from Liverpool? Baird Rossi, is it?
Belgazzi.
Yeah, he's been immense. Well, probably 24, but he's probably been the best player.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I expect. So I'll probably put him store as well, and probably on my board to store a penalty for Newport.
Even he's dried up recently, but anyway, thanks for getting me on. I've got you on. Thanks for coming on, Chris.
Video. I'm the Newport host now.
Oh, you could take over, mate. You could take over. But check Chris Welch out. He is a Carlisle and Liverpool fan. Boo! But
well, Carlisle's my only saving grace at the moment.
yeah, we're loving Liverpool losing.
But Liverpool back, lads. They're back.
Beat Rangers. We're back. Thanks for tuning in, Chris. I'm sure you're going to watch when they come out on the YouTube channel. And thanks for tuning in.
Yep, no worries. Take care, well, and hopefully Newport turn it around for you lot.
Thank you. Big up to Chris for tuning in. Like I said, no dart stream this evening. I'm going to have a shower. I'm going to chill out and try and put this result behind me. I don't think I'm going to because of the nature of the defeat and the nature of the performance. But like I said, if you have enjoyed this post-match reaction, it's gone on longer than what I wanted it to, so I am going to quickly wrap this up. If you're watching this, there's 21 of you in here at the moment, 26 likes. If you're in here at the moment, you've not yet hit that like button, 4 likes away from 30 likes. If we can hit that, be absolutely insane. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll play the countdown as my outro. Like the stream if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you for the next one. Up the county, James Rowbury out.